Hello, family. Hello, Pre Squad. Welcome to another episode of the Pre Show. And today we are in episode 11, where we'll be talking about loving yourself and accepting yourself the way you are. But before we go there, let me welcome you to the show. And if you are new, I welcome you to the family of love and with love. And in return, please subscribe, like, and comment. And let's grow this channel together. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Okay, Pre Squaders, let us get to our topic of the day. Growing up, I never loved myself. I often felt like God was in a hurry when He created me. I never considered myself beautiful or attractive, but time went by. I slowly began to love myself and accepting myself the way I was because there was nothing I could do. Self love is inherent in every one of us and necessary for living a wholesome life. But then, why do so many people dislike themselves? On the other hand, is there a form of unhealthy self-love that breeds selfishness and arrogance? And how is that different than healthy self-love that fosters self-esteem and self-confidence? How does one create a positive balance between self-love, humility, and selflessness? Can you love another if you don't love yourself? With so much left wanting in the healthy, loving role models in our lives, it shouldn't come as a surprise the confusion we have about these matters. Living in a world of confusion, often lacking healthy, loving role models, it comes as no surprise that these questions beg for clarity. So Rabbi Jacobson in this kind of talk on an issue that lies at the core of virtually every aspect of our lives and the forces that drive our decisions. Can I and how can I love myself unconditionally? You must check Rabbi Jacobson on his page. He's really good. And he is the one who also helped me with this research. And you'll find something that might interest you as well. Discover the meaning of healthy self-love and what you can do to uncover it in your essence. Find out how to reclaim what is truly your birthright, your personal dignity and self-respect, and learn to live a life driven by that inner flame that defines the indispensable you. Have you ever wondered if you are good enough? Are you happy? Do you feel at peace in your life, or do you feel anxious and stressed? Are you enjoying success in your life? Or do you feel frustrated by failure and disappointment? Would you like to improve your mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being? This podcast was designed to give you the information and tools you need to heal your life from the inside out. You'll learn how to love and accept yourself exactly as you are today. You learn how to eliminate negative self-talk. You learn how to reprogram your subconscious mind to eliminate self-limiting beliefs and self-sabotage. You learn how to release the past so you can live a glorious future. Must prescribe us, don't sabotage your future. Don't sabotage your present life. You are who you are. Don't change yourself. Don't sabotage your life. Okay, there are 8 ways to accept yourself. Learning to be okay with all the pieces of you can be hard, but with some practice, you can learn the art of self-acceptance. While there are always ways to improve and better ourselves, in the end, we are who we are. After all, who doesn't have good qualities they are proud of and flaws they could do without? And we each experience success or failure at different times in our lives. Learning to accept yourself for who you are can bring peace and calm to your life. But how can you accept yourself? Number 1, forgive yourself. Number 2, practice self-compassion. Number 3, use present moment awareness and mindfulness. Number 4, acknowledge and love your abilities. Number 5, ignore your inner critic. Number 6, connect with loved ones who appreciate you. Number 7, move on from disappointments. Number 8, gain perspective on your limitations. Why is it so hard to accept yourself? From the moment we're born, how we fit into the world is determined and highly influenced by our caregivers. This gives them a lot of power in terms of how we understand and see ourselves. For instance, if your caregiver encouraged, loved, and accepted you, your self-acceptance will often be much different from a child who experienced the opposite. When we start school, we're measured by how well we'll perform on tests and in class, as well as how we assimilate with our peers. All this can contribute to self-worth and acceptance. As we get older, life circumstances, relationships, and how we're treated by others can influence how readily we accept ourselves. It can be hard for many of us accept ourselves. If diversity, equity, and inclusion are low where you live, imposter syndrome has been at play in your life, you've engaged in harmful behaviors that had consequences, trauma has made it difficult to embrace your past present. No matter how your self-acceptance was shaped up until this point, there are practical ways to work on accepting yourself right now just as you are. How can I accept myself? It's another question, guys. Self-acceptance can feel like a double-edged sword. It forces you to unconditionally value both the good and the bad parts of yourself. But how exactly can you get started with that process? The journey of self-acceptance starts with acknowledging judgments against yourself and softening those judgments so that every part of yourself can be valued. Additionally, it is important to commit yourself to shifting your focus from judgment and blame to tolerance and compassion. It's scientifically proven that being in love is good for us, but what about loving ourselves? We've always had days where we are super down on ourselves, days where we subject ourselves to a harsh inner critic. But how can we be the very best we can be if we don't love ourselves first? Self-love is essential for our well-being, happiness, success, and our ability to enjoy the kind of life we want. Below are 10 ways in which you can begin to form a more loving relationship with yourself. Stop the negative self-talk. Remind yourself of all the amazing qualities you have. Forgive yourself. Do things you enjoy. Accept your flaws and your quirks. Know and use your strengths. Write down your successes. Love and take care of your temple. Give yourself a pat on the back for all of the little everyday accomplishments. You deserve it. Practice gratitude. Before you can expect people to love you unconditionally, it must begin with you by loving yourself enough to let other people love you. I have learned to forgive myself and love myself the way that I am, and if I can do that, so can you, pre-squatters. I'm afraid this is the end of our show. I hope you will practice self-love and accepting yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. See you on episode 12.
Time's been moving slowly, so we already in too deep. Can't get no sleep on each other, heavy teasing all day. And when the sun sets, you asking me to come through, kick it with you. Night turning